Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game. When it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
We are proud to present the Discovery Lacrosse Head, an all-new and innovative lacrosse head designed for the do-it-all lacrosse player. Built for use by any player at any age looking to unlock their highest potential. The Discovery Lacrosse Head provides improved ball control, increased accuracy, and handling with our shift throat technology. Discovery's sleek and lightweight design make it the perfect choice for any player looking to unlock their elite level performance. So don't wait, join the Relax Sports team and discover your true lacrosse potential with our Discovery Lacrosse Head.
What we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? So we have some armor mesh. It has the expansion and contraction, giving and taking wherever the ball is in the pocket, but then yet an always smooth release. I've always been stringing traditional pockets, loving to do all these different designs to try to get the utmost advantage, but yes, obviously it has to look awesome. Back whenever I was stringing for my little brother in high school, I made this pocket with unfixed joints, and I realized, wow, this has some wild advantages. I created armor mesh, got the best material we could possibly find, and boom, Canadians are loving it, man. TN1, Ddehoñtjihgwa'és, we have Latrell Harris, Eric Fennell with Halifax, NLL's blowing up with it, and we're gonna see what happens with the PLL too. Oh, just the feel, the flow, so consistent, any inclement weather, 100% waterproof. Come check it out, man, it's the future.
Huge shout out this week, Firekeepers Restaurant, who is the sponsor of this game.
Welcome everybody back. Glad to see our veterans. We had a good night last night, and we'll continue on with some great lacrosse today. As always, I want to remind you that it's alcohol and drug-free, and we have a lot of children running here. A lot of these kids look up to these lacrosse players as models, and definitely want to keep an eye on our children out there in the parking lots and when we're in and around. Of course, it's always nice to see them up here. And we'll be underway shortly. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming back.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Playing the fire? Oh. Yeah, fire, okay. Wait, you told me I had to change the name, so it's like, I think I only have to change one. Yeah. I wasn't sure. No, I got it now. I'm just making sure.
A sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition.
What we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? So we have some armor mesh. It has the expansion and contraction, giving and taking wherever the ball is in the pocket, but then yet an always smooth release. I've always been stringing traditional pockets, loving to do all these different designs to try to get the utmost advantage, but yes, obviously it has to look awesome. Back whenever I was stringing for my little brother.
Check 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. Checking 1, 2. Check.
Good morning, lacrosse friends. Welcome to Championship Day at the 2023 Nations Cup. I'm Steven Stamp, very pleased to be with you here today as we get rolling to see who will be the Nations Cup champs this year. This is semifinal number 1. The second place team from the round robin, the Onondaga Fire, going left to right, wearing their red with the white accents, and going right to left, wearing their white with the black and yellow, are the Allegheny side. They're starting goaltenders. For the Onondaga Fire, Lyndon Hill. And for Allegheny, Chase Martin. It'll be Yordis McComber taking the draw for the Fire. He's up against Rudy George for Allegheny. And this should be quite a battle. And we're underway. Just post 11 o'clock. Carmen Papa gets that ball stripped, but it gets knocked away. But it is grabbed before John Pierce could get there. Martin gets it over to Papa. And Carmen Papa into the offensive zone. He's got a man at the back door. Tried to get it through. Nicely picked off, though. Garen John's taken off. Leaves it for Jamison Bucktooth, who rips one a little bit wide. Yordis McComber couldn't get there as Keith White snags it. Quick outlet pass. Here comes Tristan Jensen. Sorry, that's Kane Kettle. Bouncer stopped by Lyndon Hill. Kettle gets it back. He'll just toss it up to the top, and Benny Miller will set things up. Tristan Jensen's shot goes wide. And the 30 will run out. On Allegheny, the Fire come forward. Trey Deer takes his first touch of the day. Got Gabe Edwards with him. Devin Buckshot right down on top of the crease as usual. Back out, takes the flip pass there from Levi Comfer and gets the shot. There's Chase Martin's first save of the day. Both goalies sharp early. Jaden Jimerson had broken down the floor, but they weren't able to find Allegheny. Takes the slow approach. Now they do get rolling and running shot by Keith White. He is stopped. Carmen Papa almost had it get sandwiched between Dylan Lyons and Bruce Benedict. Pops back up. They take control of the ball. Donovan Nephew up at the top. Sorry, there's Heron Snow with it. Getting the pass now from White. Ducks underneath, picked up by Dylan Lyons. Papa bounces one. It's a little bit wide, though. Here come the Fire. Back up into the offensive zone. Trey Deer. Hit Garen John. Didn't have a lane to the net. Had to kind of reach down for the pass a little bit, which may have slowed him a touch. McComber pulls it in. Lane opens up, and there comes the defensive slide help. Boy, for Sunday morning, all these teams have played a few games already. 4 games each. This was a 5-team full round robin. And they're coming out with some spark this morning. There is some money on the line. Remember, it's a cash prize tournament. The winner of the tournament gets $3,500. Nice long outlet pass. Matt Bennett takes it. Gets rebuffed by Heron Snow. Jamison Bucktooth. Behind the back flip. Nice pass for the stop by Martin. Great chance by Bennett. Oh, he just misses as Martin throws out a limb. I'm not sure that Bennett was able to get that one on net. Loose ball picked up by Gabe Edwards. They're quickly moving it around. Mitch Laffin leaves it there. Pass across. This is Bucktooth. Shoots around the screen. Goes in to try and grab it. Crease violation. It'll be Allegheny ball. Outlet pass. Comes along the near boards to Kane Kettle. Kettle leaves it for Heron Snow. That was my mistake earlier. I said Heron Snow, but it was just somebody wearing the 14 shorts. We'll double check. Thanks for everyone. Here is Heron Snow. Hard sidearm rip from Donovan Nephew. Trey Deer trying to grab it. Can't quite get it, and he is bumped down. Not hard, but definitely knocked to the floor by Wyatt Cooper. Possession for the Fire, and they slow things down. Deer takes it back from McComber. Little pick. That one bounced off the stick of Garen John. Slow break for Allegheny. Run forward by Jaden Jemerson. Gives it to Carmen Papa. There's Waylon Abrams. Gets a pick from Ryan John. Rolls. It's an illegal pick eventually. Ball comes up to the top. McComber quickly over to Bucktooth. That was Tristan Jensen on him with the Woody. Again, we're in the 14 shorts, but he is number 18. Outlet pass. Nice catch. Kane Kettle with the first goal of the game on a lovely pass that he makes a great catch on. You can see Jensen with the outlet, length of the floor, couple of quick moves, and there's the first goal. It took us 5 minutes and 8 seconds into this first period before anybody could beat a goaltender. And it is Kettle slipping one past Lyndon Hill. Fire get the ball off the faceoff. Let's see if they can equalize. Deer quickly up to Buckshot on his offside along the boards. Over to Leland Powless, who quickly moves to Garen John. 3 Fire players all together. They go to the opposite side. That is Heron Snow checking. Deer, nice save. Chase Martin throws the arm up, denying John Pierce. Deer with it. That pick got a little bit robust. Carmen Papa racing after, manages to flick it to Snow. Nice heads-up play by Bruce Benedict. He just tapped that one away. Matt Bennett's ripped. Chase Martin took a peek behind him, but he had it in his gear. Behind the back, calmly flipped by Jaden Jimerson, and Kettle moves it ahead. Waylon Abrams. On the back attempt pass by Ryan John. Didn't quite get through. And here's Heron Snow. Tries to force a pass in there. Didn't get there. It's Matt Bennett on the run. Evades goes through a check from Ryan John and heads off as he leaves it there for Leland Powless. McComber will give it back to Bucktooth. Powless hard rip from the outside. No problem for Martin, but a rebound chance for Devin Buckshot. Couldn't quite control the ball, and here we go the other way. Tristan Jensen. You hear them saying you got bodies with you. Hang on. Little shovel past Heron Snow. Big save by Hill. He had to pounce on the rebound. Bruce Benedict will start with it from the crease. That one came up just under us. Some folks having breakfast in the stands here. And we're pretty focused on their eggs instead of the ball. That one almost surprised somebody. Well, it did surprise somebody, but almost hit him. Another one going up into the stands. Lots of souvenirs. I think it's throwing this one fan right off his feet. Making sure he's keeping his eyes peeled at this point. Pass through, nice attempt. That actually became a shot as the pass from Gabe Edwards didn't quite connect with Blaze White. Bouncer. Ahead to Wyatt Cooper. Kettle, pass across. Oh, the lane opened up, but great pressure there by Dylan Lyons, who has played a lot of forward. He's really moved to a transition role lately, and that could be his future. Right now, the present is a goal by Ryan John on this pick and roll. You can see the big pick there. Kind of a reverse spin direction. Normally, it's interesting. Watch, he's going to set this pick, really rotate, actually turning his back to the passer for a moment, but got great position, got a good view, and it's 2-0 for Allegheny. And Allegheny really controlling the flow of play, I would say, to a large extent here, creating some good chances now. Chase Martin's had to make some great saves at the other end. But right now, Oh, okay. Is that you? Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to Waylon Abrams, and that's going to give the Fire a chance to look for their first goal of the game. Bucktooth backpedaling, gets a pick, and uses it. Nice job by Blaze White to open up some space, and Jamison Bucktooth is a deadly sniper, and you're going to see that one here. White just kind of cruises in to that pick and then solidly plants the feet so hard to try and get around that one. You can see the effort trying to get through, just couldn't do it. White with a great pick, and Jamison Bucktooth blasts that one. It's 2-1. 4 games today. I know the original schedule says 3, but bronze medal game wasn't showing on the schedule, so that is in. We've got this, then we have the other semifinal between down belowers. Shot stopped by Linden Hill, playing the Onondaga Warriors in the next game. That'll be at 12:30. And then after that one, we'll have the bronze medal match between the losers of the 2 semifinals. Heron Snow trying to go backdoor. That's a great pass. Nicely caught in traffic. Here's Lyons on the run. Just using his athleticism to play a transition role. Really interesting to see him develop as a young player. He's a guy that I think is going to get a look at some higher levels. Bucktooth pulls it down and scores. What a finish. Jamison Bucktooth not just ripping from the outside. Look at this move. Oh, all kinds of fakes and really effective. I mean, he is selling those. Gets Chase Martin to just lift up. Look how much the stick comes up off the ground, off the floor. Better balls width. Jamison Bucktooth says that's plenty for me and bangs it home. It's 2-2 with 2:52 to go here in the first of 3 12-minute periods. Allegheny comes away with the ball. Rudy George immediately up into the offensive zone. Tries to hit Heron Snow. Pass was behind him, so George just tracks down his own pass. That one's stolen, though. Gabe Edwards on the run. Oh, big foot save, Chase Martin. Kane Kettle manages to avoid running himself into trouble. Nice job by Kettle. Jensen hands it off, and everyone's having to go. The Allegheny playing a lot of guys at both ends of the floor. Edwards grabs that one and gets tugged down. Jordan McComber has it. He'll just shovel it ahead, and Devin Buckshot will slow things down. Linden Hill's at the bench to get a 6th attacker out. Last guy's Leland Palace. Oh, that's too many for Onondaga. But the refs didn't see it as they sent a 7th attacker out, almost to center. Garen John was coming to join them. Nobody saw it, so the holding call goes up, and Wyatt Cooper's already at the penalty box. He knew. There wasn't much doubt about that one. So back to the power play. Onondaga Fire have the last 2 goals, both from Jamison Bucktooth, to tie this one up at 2-2 as we're under 2 minutes to play. And Bucktooth, once again, at the top of the power play. He's got Trey Deere and Jordan McComber with him on the left side. They got Mitch Laffin and Devin Buckshot over on the right. Carmen Papa and Heron Snow playing up top on the penalty kill. So very dangerous in transition if they can get a pass picked off. Or shot. There you go. Papa breaks out. 2 Fire players racing back. Papa's going to get the pass. Trey Deere trailing him back. Nice hustle from Deere and Lappin. And then Deere comes away with the ball. That took just a second or so too long to come up with control as the ball bounced around a little bit after the shot. The rebound took a while to corral, and that gave Deere and Laffin time to get back there. Here's McComber down to Deere. Behind the back, Deer gets it back from Bucktooth. That's in the chest protector. You can see how quickly Rudy George got on that one, looking to make a pass ahead. It wasn't there. He has quite a bit of pressure, and the ball winds up being thrown away. And Bucktooth will get it. That's Jamison Bucktooth. Devin Bucktooth is down. Sorry, Devin Buckshot is down on the crease. Leland Palace gives it to Buckshot. Here's Bucktooth. Down to Buckshot. Bounces clear of him. Kettle all over him. Nice catch, McComber. There's Deer. Oh, what a stop by the post. Chase Martin was in pretty good position. Didn't leave a lot of space. Deer trying to thread the needle. Now they go some nice passing. One player's drifted up the floor for Allegheny, so it's a 4-on-3 at this end. Deer catches it, gets away from him, and here's Leland Palace up to McComber. And there's Buckshot with a rocket. A baker's dozen seconds left on the penalty, but only 3.5 left in the first period as Buckshot just blasts this one to the far bottom corner. Nice job by Palace to go get that loose ball. McComber over. Buckshot knew he didn't have a lot of time, and there was still time if you need to make another pass or two. But that's going to make it a 3-2 lead, the first of the game for the Fire, as the first period will end with Onondaga up by that margin. It is 3-2 through 12 minutes of play. Thank you for being with us here at the Nations Cup in the Onondaga Nation Arena. We will be back on Blue Squatch Productions after a 2-minute break.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
We are proud to present the Discovery Lacrosse Head, an all-new and innovative lacrosse head designed for the do-it-all lacrosse player. Built for use by any player at any age looking to unlock their highest potential. The Discovery Lacrosse Head provides improved ball control, increased accuracy, and handling with our shift throat technology. Discovery's sleek and lightweight design make it the perfect choice for any player looking to unlock their elite level performance. So don't wait, join the Relax Sports team and discover your true lacrosse potential with our Discovery Lacrosse Head.
What we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? So we have some armor mesh. It has the expansion and contraction, giving and taking wherever the ball is in the pocket, but then yet an always smooth release. I've always been stringing traditional pockets, loving to do all these different designs to try to get the utmost advantage, but yes, obviously it has to look awesome. Back whenever I was stringing for my little brother in high school, I made this pocket with unfixed joints, and I realized, wow, this has some wild advantages, and created armor mesh, got the best material we could possibly find, and boom, Canadians are loving it, man. TN1, Ddehoñtjihgwa'és, we have
Welcome back, lacrosse friends. It is 3-2 for the Onondaga Fire. Devin Buckshot, who got the goal to give them the lead with 3.5 seconds to go in the first, in there for the face-off. But Wyatt Cooper looks like he might win. No, Buckshot will come away with it. He's got Leland Palace with it. Gets to him quickly, but Palace looked like he was already thinking about a return pass before he caught that ball. Here's Jamison Bucktooth. He's got a pair. And 3. Hat-trick, Jamison Bucktooth. And that is just, you cannot let him get underneath you like that. Going for the steal, Heron Snow. And this is Heron Snow looking like a cornerback who went for the pickoff, following his receiver into the end zone. He knows Jamison Bucktooth is putting that one away. And it's 4-2. The Fire have 4 in a row. Everyone in the stands has finished their breakfast, so we're all safe now. If any more balls come flying up. Buckshot, another face-off win. Trey Deer down to Bucktooth. Here's Buckshot working in there. Just missed that one. I like the approach Benny Miller took to Bucktooth that time as he went out to play D. Nice hustle by Bruce Benedict to get back down. I'm not into the defensive zone coming off the bench. It's a long change here in the second period. Keith White, looking pass. Finds Heron Snow. His blast stopped by Lyndon Hill, who's been unbeatable for several minutes now after that 2-0 lead for Allegheny. Gabe Edwards. You can hear he said, I didn't like the pass he made, but it worked. Bruce Benedict. Oh, a lot of moves. Thought he finally found a spot he liked on Chase Martin, but it was absolutely taken away. Laughing. Gets over to Yordis McComber. Into Trey Deer. Great slide by Keith White. Flattens Deer. Comes back to Onondaga, though, and that is a blast from John Pierce. 30's going to run out just before the over and back. Doesn't matter. Oh, what a play! My goodness, I thought the pass was coming a bit late from Jaden Jimerson, but it was perfect. Look at Jimerson. He pulls it up here. He sees Heron Snow coming off the bench right there and just whips it right away just before Jaden Stout can get there and get a stick in the way. Had to be quick, coming up and ready to pass, and Heron Snow buries that one. Ryan John heading after that loose ball. Bounces the pass ahead. Not entirely sure he actually meant to make that pass, but it worked out perfectly. Now it just gets a little loose from Austin Maybe. And here's the shovel underhand from Percy Booth. Get it up to Garen John. Bucktooth was in the slot, but he'll peel back out as they set up. Low pass to Trey Deer. Up to Leland Palace, just coming on the floor. Gives it to Garen John quickly. Then a double screen. Pass it through to Deer. Nice save, Chase Martin. Kane Kettle's got a guy off the bench, but it's a lefty coming first off. Didn't quite align themselves coming off the bench as the first guy out was Donovan Nephew. Here's Buckshot. Oh, Yordis McComber bounced it off the far post. Heads back out to Blaze White, but that was a close one. Too many men call on the offense on Onondaga, so they give it up. And here's Heron Snow. Nice stop by Lyndon Hill to avoid letting Allegheny tie it back up. Keith White. Over to Donovan Nephew, and now they go far side. Wyatt Cooper. Shot on the run. That snuck through and went off the post. Looked like Lyndon Hill had a beat on it, but he just kind of missed the ball. But it does wind up rolling back to him, and that's checking in the crease. Well, no penalty called. They're just going to call it a possession violation, and then with some pressure, the outlet pass is thrown away, bounces up out of play, and that time Gabe Edwards made like a cornerback, but got there, knocked it free, and creates a 4-on-2 for the Fire. And now he'll get the trail pass and score, not score. Stopped by Martin. Cameron Papa's still on the turf, but here we go. It's a 2-on-1, 3-on-2. Tristan Jensen. Nice pass down there, but Austin maybe couldn't quite find a spot. Lyndon Hill's been pretty tough to beat. Kane Kettle over to maybe. There's still a stick in two parts, the head and shaft separate, over in front of the Allegheny bench. That one broke a while ago. That is a lovely finish by Austin Maybe. See Maybe there with the lavender shoes. Just gets away from Dylan Lyons. Yeah, I think we're starting to run a little bit low on game balls here at the tournament because they just announced you can get a small popcorn if you take yours in and return it to the scorer's bench. Got a few yellow balls being put in just in case into the area. Used to do that as a kid at Lakers games in Peterborough, balls will go out, you catch it, take it over, and I think you got a quarter. It's pretty good back like in the 1860s when I was a kid. It's going to be Fire possession on the violation off the face-off. We're all tied up, 4-4. 2 goals for Allegheny, 4 in a row for the Fire, 2 goals for Allegheny. And here we are, Bucktooth with the 4-4 score, 44, had the ball. Now he gives to Trey Deer. If he can get 1, that'll make it 9. See, he's number 19. That's pretty good. Face save by Chase Martin. He's all right. Well, a couple of young fans walking along underneath us with their small popcorns. I believe they just returned some game balls. Nice pass over to Bucktooth. He's going to swing it around. Buckshot gets it back to him. Oh, great save, Chase Martin. He's talking to him about his stick before the game. It's a beautiful stick. Kind of old style looking. I believe he said, I think he said Bob Henhock made it. Cool varnish. Really gives it a kind of a classic look. Fire take their time as Jaden Stout. Over to McComber. Gets it back from Blaze White, who gives him a chin knot to go far side. They try and trade here. A little reverse pass and the finish. What a passing play. And Blaze White, who got that whole thing started a little while ago, makes the final pass and Trey Deer. That's a gorgeous pass. And then on his offside, looking like Kyle Buchanan, Trey Deer right on top of the crease just gets the shot across to the far side. 6:55 to go. It's 5-4. And that was the best guy to score, because as I said, he got 1 goal, and that made it 9 total. And he's 19. I'm not giving up. We're moving on, though. Dylan Lyons rotates out of the corner. He's got Leland Palace at the top. Will take the pass now. Dropped it for a second. Was able to pick it back up. Here's Blaze White. Watched by Wyatt Cooper. That's a big pick by Dylan Lyons. And he actually was okay, but he really extended the arms and knocked Cooper down, and that made it a little bit too much, and that leads to a great chance for Heron Snow at the other end. Now we've got movement up to our left. This is Jaden Stout coming in. They're going to have to slow things down. The break chance wasn't there, so Gabe Edwards will flip it over McComber to Bucktooth. There is an Allegheny player hanging down the floor, which means that he is watched by Devin Buckshot. Oh, what a rip. Jaden Stout. Not one of the big scoring names you think of for this club, but watch this play. That's Stout with the ball right there. Carmen Papa on him. Swings down, a little swim, and just gets a high to low, stepping through to the middle. And what a great job pulling this back just inside the post. It's a really nice play by Jaden Stout. We're going to have a quick break while the goalies get a little bit of water. This is the Nations Cup 2023. We're going to hear a little bit from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
What we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? So we have some armor mesh. It has the expansion. I've always been stringing traditional pockets, loving to do all these different designs to try to get the utmost advantage. But yes, obviously it has to look awesome. Back whenever I was stringing for my little brother in high school, I made this pocket with unfixed joints, and I realized, wow, this has some wild advantages, and created
The goalies are hydrated, I'm hydrated, and we are ready to roll again. It is 6-4. The Fire looking for more. Devin Buckshot is stopped by Chase Martin. That pass doesn't connect, so Gabe Edwards will scoop this one up. Bucktooth. Waited for Lappin to get onto the floor. Deer with the roll inside. That's a great pass and catch. That one didn't quite get through, but Garen John was able to get it. Buckshot, hard low shot. Martin, though, stops it, immediately pops up, looks up the floor. Nobody was there for the outlet, so makes the short pass to Heron Snow. Here's Keith White. Shot from his offside. Swallowed up by Lyndon Hill. Lyndon Hill and Sean in the Founders Cup Junior B National Championship this year. It's Jaden Stout. He's going to head off the floor, get an offensive player out. But watching his last goal, he can stay out and play some shifts. He's on my club. Here's Leland Palace. Hard rip, but Martin had no trouble with that, and Heron Snow will pick up the loose ball after the Pierce shot was stopped. Outlet to Carmen Papa. Had to double clutch, but gets it ahead now to Keith White. He has to double clutch. Got a man on the back door, but Bruce Benedict taking away the passing lane. Allegheny will set up, just getting their fifth forward out now. Ryan John underhand, low to low, but no problem for Lyndon Hill. A little trouble getting rid of the ball as it just kind of slid over to Dylan Lyons. He makes a nice bounce pass. The Fire didn't like that play at the end. They thought Lyons was knocked down after he'd handled the ball, but that was pretty close. Trey Deer, good moves, a great save by Chase Martin. Deer gets it back and throws it out, and Keith White was starting to go for a change, Jermani Benton was going for a change, realized Onondaga had gotten the ball back. Saved by Chase Martin, and controls that ball. Short outlet pass, here comes Kane Kettle. Threads one through, now they go back door, doesn't quite get to Donovan Nephew, just tipped off the top of his stick, and Dylan Lyons will take it. Play is blown down. I think we've got a pair of penalties behind the play. Little behind the play shenanigans for the 88s. And Ryan John and Percy Booth will go to the box. Percy Booth is helpfully explaining to the official what was going on and why he had to undertake the actions he did. I think he said that Ryan John was holding his stick, so he had to rip it loose. Roughing both ways. Not holding. Okay. They can't both get holding. That would just be hugging. Here's Jamison Bucktooth. Shot goes off the backboards. Devin Buckshot can't get there in time. Picked up by an Allegheny player off the bench and flipping it up to Kane Kettle to get things rolling on the quick restart. Here's Kettle. Snow's pass right on top to Cooper. What a save by Lyndon Hill. Cooper couldn't stay and play the ball because he had been through the crease. So the easy outlet pass, and Garen John runs into the offensive zone. Carmen Papa watching him. Heron Snow lurking. Tristan Jensen lurking. Watching Trey Deer and picks him up now as Deer goes into the middle. Oh, what a finish. Trey Deer. Look at this. Deer with the pick, the roll, the catch. That is textbook. Send that clip around to show the youngsters how to play the two-man game. We'll remain at 4-on-4 for another minute and 9 seconds as Onondaga extends their lead to 7-4. 2:41 to go in the second period. So again, Allegheny scored the first 2 goals of the game. Then Onondaga got 4. Then Allegheny got 2. And now Onondaga's got 3. If the Fire can get the next one, they'll follow the exact same pattern and be in pretty good shape. That shot is wide, being tracked down there by Rudy George. This is Waylon Abrams handing it off immediately. Maybe tries to make the pass, didn't quite connect. Nice job by Buckshot to just kind of step around the defender, or the forward, but then didn't go get the ball. Penalty coming, a holding call. I think it's Matt Bennett heading off. So with 2:11 to play, it's going to be 4-on-3. Dylan Lyons, Mitch White, and Bruce Benedict are the penalty killers for the Fire. Comes up top to Abrams. Hard bouncer. That's coming up into the stands as a rip from the far side, but it goes off the post. Immediately up out of play. Wyatt Cooper circles. Maybe made the pass across. Pops it back up to Abrams. He's stopped. There's the quick outlet pass. 5 seconds on the first minors. Booth and John about to be released. We'll go to 5-on-4. Allegheny with the man advantage, and John's just going to head to his bench, and Percy Booth will stay down there because nobody's come on yet for Allegheny. We're down to the final second of the 30. Here comes Kane Kettle. Allegheny into the offensive zone, and they will be on the power play for another minute 5. Nice save there. And here's Percy Booth running out and gets away from Keith White to be able to make that pass up. Deer to Jameson Bucktooth. That one missed, but Deer tracks it down. Fakes the pass. Another bit of a fake to John Pierce, but not sure that was ever happening. Jaden Stout on the PK. Shot late in the 30. Nice job by John Pierce to get on the side there off the foot of Chase Martin, but nobody to get the rebound as Onondaga shorthanded, so they were just heading back. Discretion being the better part of valor. Here's Wyatt Cooper. Nice backdoor pass. What a save. Sliding across by Lyndon Hill to rob Kane Kettle. 2 seconds, 1 second, and now it's a timeout taken as the penalty ended, but there's 10.8 seconds to go in the quarter, or in the period, the second of two 12-minute periods. The Fire up 7-4, and hoping with 6 attackers here, working for last shot of the period, that they'll be able to extend it and complete the pattern of a 2-goal run from Allegheny, then a 4-goal run from Onondaga. It would certainly put them in good stead if they can open the third with a goal. We'll take a quick break here from our sponsors and be back at the Nations Cup 2023 from Onondaga.
What we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? So we have some armor mesh. It has the expansion and contraction, giving and taking wherever the ball is in the pocket, but then yet an always smooth release. I've always been stringing traditional pockets, loving to do all these different designs to try to get the utmost advantage, but yes, obviously it has to look awesome. Back whenever I was stringing for my little brother in high school, I made this pocket with unfixed joints, and I realized, wow, this has some wild advantages, and created armor mesh, got the best material we could possibly find, and boom. Canadians are loving it, man. TN1, Ddehoñtjihgwa'és, we have Latrell Harris, Eric Fennell with Halifax. NLL's blowing up with it, and we're gonna see what happens with the PLL too. Oh, just the feel, the flow, so consistent. Any inclement weather, 100% waterproof. Come check it out, man. It's the future.
All right, 10.8 seconds to go. And I'm not sure why Lyndon Hill has stayed in the net. A little odd. Well, we'll just go 5-on-5. Bucktooth getting a pick from Deer coming. They got 3 seconds. They feed it down. And I guess that's why. Who needs an extra player when 2 of your players are Jameson Bucktooth and Trey Deer? This is gorgeous. Again, the pick and roll. And that actually, it's funny, that looks like that pass is not really in a great spot, but that's where it can be caught, because Tristan Jensen, a good job of, as he's trailing, getting the stick out in a passing lane, but Bucktooth just puts it where Trey Deer can catch it low, and then Deer's able to pull it up into a shooting space for himself. The dive across the crease, holy cow. And that's the end of the second period. It is 8-4. 2 for Allegheny, 4 for Onondaga. 2 for Allegheny, 4 for Onondaga. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to Nations Cup 2023 for the third period.
This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
We are proud to present the Discovery Lacrosse Head, an all-new and innovative lacrosse head designed for the do-it-all lacrosse player. Built for use by any player at any age looking to unlock their highest potential. The Discovery Lacrosse Head provides improved ball control, increased accuracy, and handling with our shift throat technology. Discovery's sleek and lightweight design make it the perfect choice for any player looking to unlock their elite level performance. So don't wait, join the Relax Sports team and discover your true lacrosse potential with our Discovery Lacrosse Head.
What we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? So we have some armor mesh. It has the expansion and contraction, giving and taking wherever the ball is in the pocket, but then yet an always smooth release. I've always been stringing traditional pockets, loving to do all these different designs to try to get the utmost advantage, but yes, obviously it has to look awesome. Back whenever I was stringing for my little brother in high school, I made this pocket with unfixed joints, and I realized, wow, this has some wild advantages, and created armor mesh, got the best material we could possibly find, and boom, Canadians are loving it, man. TN1, Ddehoñtjihgwa'és, we have Latrell Harris, Eric Fennell with Halifax, NLL's blowing up with it, and we're gonna see what happens with the PLL too. Oh, just the feel, the flow, so consistent, any inclement weather, 100% waterproof. Come check it out, man, it's the future.
Huge shout out this week, Firekeepers Restaurant, who is the sponsor of this game. They serve breakfast 6 days a week and are open every day except for Monday. You can get anything from the big breakfast, meat lover skillet, to a frittata, or the country.
The last words from Greg Beecher in that promo was frittata, which sounds pretty darn good. Thanks to Firekeepers and all the sponsors for helping to make this tournament possible. It is Nations Cup 2023. We're in the semis. Semifinal number 1 is 8-4 in favor of the Onondaga Fire. In 12 minutes, we'll know who is going to the championship game at 3 and who is going to play in the bronze medal match. Again, the winner of the tournament gets $3,500. What a pass ahead. Oh, nice save. No, it's in. Chase Martin made the stop and starts rolling behind him agonizingly slowly and gets in. What a one-hand shovel pass by Trey Deer, perfectly placed. Makes it look so easy, and then Leland Palace actually has to do a pretty nice job of avoiding the crease because Martin got so much of this. Palace had to really change his angle to avoid being in the crease when the ball rolled across, and it's 9-4. So Onondaga scored with 3.5 seconds left in the first period. Virtually nothing left in the second, or am I imagining things? They scored late in both periods, right? Yeah, and now 9 seconds into the third period. It's a huge difference. Now Deer up the floor. Oh, great job waiting on the pass. And Deer scores. Love that pass by Matt Bennett. Watch him wait. Doesn't panic. Just before that, you can see that he saw Deer. Here you go, he waits. Waits for Deer to come into the middle so the passing lane is there. Because that's actually a pretty good angle taken by Jaden Jimerson. Well, that's just pretty. I've been trying to keep track of the goals. I'm really bad at keeping track on my score sheet, on my roster sheet of who scored all the goals. I get excited with replays and things going on and forget to do it, and then I've lost track. And now I don't know how many. I know Jamison Bucktooth has 3 goals. That's at least 3 for Trey Deer because he had the one. He's got 2 off the pick and roll plays. The one diving across the crease. The one where he just tucked it in, and then that one. So he's got at least 3. We'll put 3 up for him anyway. Aaron Snow under some pressure. They've got a second to get over center. You got to get there. Oh, that was close. Kane Kettle was pretty lackadaisical getting across, but he made it. Allegheny trying to fight their way back in. Nice job by Donovan Nephew to pick up that loose ball and fight his way through and get the shot, but it was knocked wide. Penalty coming now, and that's going to be Percy Booth. He's getting into it with Nephew, who I think is just trying to get around him and get back and pick up his stick. Booth will head off. And Nephew will as well. You see Booth just pushing, and then Nephew a little shove with the hand. Here's how it gets started. As Booth's stick gets up into Nephew's face. You know, you see why they both get penalties, how it balances out? Oh, maybe it doesn't, because I was going to say how it balances out with a couple minutes each. Oh, yeah, it is. It's balancing out. Boy, Percy Booth definitely got better value for his 2 minutes than Donovan Nephew did. There's a chance that Nephew had already done something before we were able to see on that replay, and that's what had Percy Booth fired up. And I thought it was actually Booth's stick just getting up, slipping up a little high that started it. Papa taken down, and that'll be a penalty. A check from behind for John Pierce, who doesn't like it. Gives Carmen Papa a tap, says, no ill intent. Pierce doesn't like it because he gets him in the side, and, he's got a pretty good point, actually. Kind of connects at the side, and then the head with the shaft, and then the head of the stick comes around the back. Is that a push from behind? I don't know. Again, don't mean to be questioning the officials too much. They do a great job. It's so hard to call everything at full speed with no replays. It's actually pretty easy to make calls usually when you get the replay. What a putback attempt. As Austin maybe was in perfect position. But Lyndon Hill, terrific save. He is such an acrobatic goaltender. I hope Dallas Elliott is watching this because he would absolutely love the athleticism being put on display here by Lyndon Hill. Elliott, of course, one of the late, great, moving, reacting goalies. Not late. I mean, he's still around with us, of course. But just one of the last of the guys who played all about the smaller equipment and just, as he says, if you can see it, you can stop it. Pass ahead to Leland Powless. It does get there, and Chase Martin has to make a pretty acrobatic stop himself after that pass was tipped but got through. Here's Jaden Jimerson. Quickly gives it up. Waylon Abrams keeps it moving. Oh, it was a major. Oh, it was a double minor for the check from behind to John Pierce. That's a tough one because the check from behind under these rules is automatically a 4-minute call. And, you can debate whether it was on the back, on the side to start. There's no way that's a 4-minute penalty, but you don't have a choice. Hands are tied. Stout faces the double team, avoids it for a while, but eventually gives it up. And it's a 3-on-1, becoming a 2-on-1. Behind the back pass, Heron Snow got that pass pretty late and didn't have a whole lot of time. Usually you hear that, coaches that will say, hey, you've got more time than you realize, more time than you think. In that case, Heron Snow did not. He had very little. Behind the back pass, Heron Snow, that was a nice shot, but another great save from Lyndon Hill. And that's going to be a penalty to Jaden Stout as he gets a little overly robust on this check. Going into the corner, Heron Snow has it. The ball's loose. It's a check from behind, and he's going to go, and that one should probably actually be 4. Now, that's going to lead to... Oh, is that a game misconduct? That might be 5 in a game. Yeah. So that's 5 in a game for Jaden Stout. And you just can't check a guy in the back near the boards like that. This is a dangerous play. It wasn't a huge check, but it was a push sending him off balance head first into the boards. And that means, and the penalties do stack here, which means it's 4-on-3 for Allegheny, and in 24 seconds it'll remain. It'll actually go 5-on-3. Heron Snow's going to go change. Clock hasn't started running. Now it goes. They got a little bonus time for Allegheny to make their change. Oh, reaching around, and Jaden Jimerson wanted that far side, but he just almost had too much time to think about it. That's going to be an over and back. And Onondaga, with Trey Deer racing out, I was going to say they're going to be able to kill the first penalty, but when Trey Deer's racing after it, you're not just thinking penalty kill. You might be thinking shorthanded goal, even if it is 3-on-5, 3-on-4, because they both get out at the same time. Percy Booth for Onondaga and Donovan Nephew for Allegheny. Booth's not leaving the... See, yeah, Booth can't leave the penalty box because they have the major now to Stout, so he has to just stay in there. Now he'll sneak around into the bench. Technically shouldn't, I don't think, but they let him go. Well away from the play. A minute 47 still of 3-on-5 for Onondaga to deal with, but they're up by 10-4, so in a pretty solid position. Nice pass ahead. Here comes Carmen Papa. Waylon Abrams. Sidearm, that one's a little bit wide. Jaden Jimerson hard pass back to him, and then they come to Donovan Nephew. Little underhand shot. And Lyndon Hill scrambling after that ball, doing a bit of a crawl to get it and keeping the back foot in the crease. And it looked like he was aware where his foot was. That's a pretty heads-up play. Now we've got another penalty coming. It's a high sticking call, which is going to mean a major to Waylon Abrams. It's Abrams on the far crease. No, we don't have it. It's away from the play a bit. So Abrams will go to the box. Oh, it's just a minor. Okay. So it's a 2-minute high stick option. Sorry, I forgot for a second that high sticking is not always a major. So it's 4-on-3 for a minute 11. Onondaga with the lead of 10-4 and 7:22 to play. They can just take their time, and Allegheny really needs to get some pressure on if they want to try and get back into this one. And Jameson Bucktooth plays a little wall ball. That's a saucy little play. I remember watching John Grant Jr. on penalty kill in MSL. And here's Carmen Papa driving to the net. Shoots. Nice save by Lyndon Hill. I remember John Grant, he was just standing there in Brooklyn, decided it was too dangerous to try and check him. He's probably going to kill the time anyway, and he'll just go to the net if you overcommit. So they'd let him stand in the corner over along the wall. And at one point, he actually leaned back against the boards. He's like, if you're just going to let me stand here, I'll just lean back. They didn't like that much. Went after him. What are you going to do, though? It's John Grant Jr. And here's Jameson Bucktooth. His shot goes wide late in the 30. And Kettle Kane will come forward. 7 seconds left in the penalties to John Pierce. So he'll be out and we'll go to 4-on-4. Lyndon Hill was remarkably poised with that ball floating in toward him. Didn't move. Here's a chance the other way for Bennett. Nice knee save by Chase Martin. And Wyatt Cooper will push it up the other way. We're at 4-on-4. 30 seconds left in the Arrows in Allegheny's next penalty. Aaron Snow gets a little pick from Cooper. Hard shot, but again, Lyndon Hill. Shrug save. Quite a game Lyndon Hill is having. They're going to need him to play like this in the final as well if they're going to hope to beat whoever they play. It's definitely the favorites, I would say, are the down belowers, who romped through the round-robin play with 4 straight wins. Can't count out the Warriors, though. They had their best game of the tournament last night. A terrific matchup with the Fire to end the evening. And that's an over and back. I think they may have forgotten for a second that the over and back line is the restraining line when you're shorthanded and not center. Oh, my. That was almost a strange goal. Nice save, Chase Martin. Another minute and a half, just under a minute and a half till Levi Comfer is released. He is serving the major for Jaden Stout, who got kicked out. He'll be back for the final, which, I mean, at this point, we're kind of assuming. Nice pass, one hand behind the back, then the behind back shot. And then they go up top, and that one's just swatted out of midair. What a play by Mitch White. Olays that one. If we have a chance to see it again, that was pretty fun. The replay down on the left. See, it just falls out of the stick of Lyndon Hill. Watch Mitch White, 33. The ball's going to come up to Kettle. Woo! That's pretty cool. Power play for another 52 seconds. Allegheny in tough. That one bounces to the bench, and Trey Deer catches it on the bench, steps out for a change, and heads down the floor. I don't know if I've ever seen that. A guy, the first one off the bench, and he is dragged it down a little bit, but winds up in the crease. That was pretty cool. The ball's coming off the bench to the end of the bench. Deer catches it, waits for a defender to get close, and then just takes off towards the net. That is very quick thinking from Trey Deer. 22 seconds left. Oh, what a save, Lyndon Hill. I thought Jaden Jimerson had that one. Lyndon Hill might have to, at this point, start thinking about saving a few of those saves for the final where they might need them. Obviously, just kidding. You're going to make every stop you can. Bucktooth under double team pressure. The penalty expires. We're back to even strength. Levi Comfer is released. He'll head to the bench, and Yordis McComber comes into the offensive zone. Still 12 on the shot clock. It's going to be a loose ball violation. And Jamison Bucktooth says, hey, if you guys aren't going to play it, I'll take the ball. But Jaden Jimerson did stay and start things out. Allegheny up the floor. The scoreboard looks a little empty with no penalties up on it. It's been a while. Sidearm rip by Keith White, and they finally cracked the wall that has been Lyndon Hill. And this is just a step back rocket from Keith White. Tilts back on the back foot, shifts the weight to rotate the hips through and blasts one that sneaks its way through. It's 10-5 with 3:03 to play. Buckshot and Cooper ready for another face-off here. So the second game, second semifinal, will be at 12:30-ish. Is that 12:30? It's 12:06 now. A shot from Abrams gets a little off track. Picked up by Kettle, straight back. And now we're going to have a possession foul. Illegal pick. So at 12:30, we'll have the Down Belowers from Six Nations facing off against the Onondaga Warriors. Then about, I'd say 1:45, 2 o'clock. After that game's done, they'll go fairly quickly into the bronze medal game, which is looking like Allegheny against the loser of the second semifinal. Big save, Chase Martin again. Stopping Buckshot. Gave Edwards down low to Deer. Oh, nice defensive play. Not sure whether that was Papa or Jimerson that got his stick in the way, but Papa now makes the outlet. Rudy George stopped by Sterling Hill. Lyndon Hill. Why do I want to call Lyndon Hill Sterling? Sorry, Lyndon. Maybe it's because he's made so many sterling saves today. There's another stop. And Percy Booth getting after Kane Kettle. Percy Booth is just riled up today. Great pickoff by Heron Snow. Bounces it ahead. They're going to say too many for Allegheny as they went a little bit early. Now they're going to call it too many penalty, which... Now, I'm trying to think of the nuances of the rule. Is that because they're in the defensive zone? Because they're not, yeah, okay. Because even though they had possession of the ball, they're in their own end. So when they make that illegal change, they're going to take the minor for too many men on the floor. Jamison Bucktooth calls Mitch clapping up to him. Laughing. I was right the first time. Sorry, Mitch. Here's Jamison Bucktooth behind the back. Doesn't quite connect with Blaze White. Trey Deer has it. Little backflip there for White after taking that bump. Hard underhand shot. Oh! And that is a particularly unhappy John Pierce right now. He didn't like it when he got called for the double minor for checking from behind earlier. He really doesn't like that shot from Trey Deer that just takes him out. You can see here, Deer has it, rips it. We were a little screened from seeing where it hit John Pierce, but that may be just as well. Now there's a penalty to Keith White, and it's 5-on-3. Onondaga. Oh, what a save! Chase Martin and Trey Deer. Little rueful smile. Bucktooth back to Deer. Underhand pass. Garen John pulls it down. Nice play, but another good save by Chase Martin. It's just a rip by Laughin from the top. Goes back over to Garen John as we enter the final minute of play. Oh, Bucktooth, what a change of direction on that shot. Pulls the lower hand down hard as he makes it look like it's coming near side and then just changes the angle of his grip to get the shot on the far side, but just a little bit wide. That one almost came back to him. Carmen Papa scoops it up. Trying to provide a late spark. Fake the drop step, goes the other way. Now drop steps. And we're going to have a holding call to Percy Booth. Has to check his email for a rent bill coming from the penalty box where he's taken up a lot of time and space. He got an extra one for unsportsmanlike on his way over. I mean, there's 26.5 seconds left. Who cares, right? It just means we go 4-on-3 for the final little bit of this game. Can't take them with you. Allegheny's 3-on-4. See what they can generate. Yeah, they're pretty content to let these final seconds tick away and head off to the bronze medal match against the winner of the next game, as the Onondaga Warriors will look to unseat the top seed down belowers from Six Nations. The long three-hopper. Chase Martin just swats it away. Time expires. The final score, 10-5. Onondaga Fire over Allegheny. Stay with us. I'm pretty sure we're going to have player of the game presentations, and that's the first time I've remembered that this weekend. So, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Thank you. Greg Beecher just says he's proud of me. I'm proud of me. Charity is also proud of me. No, she doesn't care. Oh, yeah, she is very proud. That's nice. So we'll have handshakes. We'll have player of the game presentations. Tournament organizer Ron Cogan, who has put a ton of work into this weekend. Such a great guy for the game of lacrosse. Terrific ambassador. He'll come out and make the presentations. The really cool thing, if you're just joining us for the tournament today, one of the really cool elements is that the opposing team picks the MVP or player of the game for the other squad. So the Onondaga Fire will be asked, who's the player of the game for Allegheny? Allegheny will be asked, who's the player of the game for the Fire? I think it's cool. Looks like we'll have some armor mesh once again and some shorts from 6N. We're going to let Ron Cogan do it over the PA if he has the mic. He doesn't have the mic. Oh, Kent Lyons is coming out to give it to him. Kent Lyons, our PA impresario, hands it over.
Okay, so our MVPs today. Great job, boys. Great game. Way to start off today. For Onondaga, our game MVP is Jamison Bucktooth.
Jamison Bucktooth. It's a pretty good pick. He was awfully good.
MVP with Allegheny Arrows is Waylon Abrams.
Waylon Abrams gets it for Allegheny, who will play in the bronze medal match. There's Jameson Bucktooth. We're going to have a little break, and then we'll be on to semifinal number 2. Down Belowers versus Onondaga Warriors. Coming up after this, I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us here at Nations Cup 2023 from the Onondaga Nation Arena. Thank you to Blue Squatch Productions providing all the viewing here on the live stream. And we'll be back with you in, let me double check, 16 minutes-ish.
Join the Relax Boys.